I don't got no time limit. Okay. Yeah, she real for that. I was thinking the same thing. Like, how you gonna sit there and ask some questions not knowing that you might be talking to the murderer? I mean, like, I would have been suspect of him in the first place. See how close they is to the crime scene? Well, not the crime scene, but they close to the forest. So somebody can easily look back there, see the names, and go take somebody out.
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
You said that, but these points.
The nail man exists!
Yes.
So he wants to know about the first target. What's that right in the guts?
Impossible.
No.
May God be with you.
Oh, that's messed up. I don't think he's really listening. What type of game?
That's...
I mean, personally, I don't go to church myself, though. I be laid up right in the bed. Father never went to church. My grandma did, but that's a whole different story.
Oh,
That's true. Halara? I've been thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for?
Dude, I like this person. Confidence. Ugh. She said, you working with me. You don't need nobody else.
Now, let's be swift.
Of course, she can't see that ghost, though.
Huh? Right.
I don't really get it, but talk about confidence.
Me and Shinigami on the same page.
Where's the secret club? I smell a mystery. I'm all hyped up.
There we go.
This appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
Right.
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
As long as they get paid, they don't care.
It's open. Let's go inside.
Gotta secure the area. Or like, wow. Ah, man. Let's see what's around here first. This machine's not working. Okay, I guess I gotta talk to her first.
The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here. The victim's name is Suguma Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
Wow, okay, I can see why someone wanted to kill him.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe. The real interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out. At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground.
All right.
There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
No windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery! Locked room mystery!
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte!
My forte is post-cognition.
I guess you would forget about something like that, huh?
However, it can only be used at murder scenes. To be precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered.
I told you, man, them skills, I mean, her skill sounds good, but them skills got flaws.
Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective!
Yeah, she's not lying about
My
that.
power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered. The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there. When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
That power sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence.
It ain't.
It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind. But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing.
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry! Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
Of course not.
About Alora's forte. That's really a key? Not yet.
Post-cognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can do is wait for the report.
Well, do I have some good news for you?
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express?
Please remember before this girl punch you again.
You know, when the other master detectives use their powers?
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears. Right. I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power.
That probably is his forte too.
On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait, then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate. You must kiss someone to share their ability.
Yes.
What? Kiss Halara?
Ha! I lied. Oh, did you blush? Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara is a boy or a girl.
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active.
Shinigami is growing on me, but man, sometimes.
That's it.
Okay, I can do that.
So we just gotta ask to hold her hand. Look at all those nail pieces. And y'all know I'm looking too. Y'all see what I'm looking at? Them nails goes right into them vents, huh? Somebody know how to climb in here. Mountain climbers. Okay.
Halara. Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
And you can concentrate later.
Coalescence. Hold hands. You and me.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
See, look at this Yuma boy. He be bold till all of a sudden somebody press him.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
Hey, now calm down.
I didn't know you hated me so much.
See, that's how somebody would interpret that.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular. I despise all of humanity equally.
I can feel where she's coming from, but you have to put it that way, though.
I don't trust anyone, except the dead.
Wow, I heard that before.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive.
You didn't get nothing, though.
As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
Then hold my hand.
Then please,
You must.
hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
Straight playing her. He knows she gonna agree.
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
I kind of still want to know if you was a man or a woman, though. I know that sounded bad, but don't take offense to it. Glasses just glowing. Wow, they cleaned up, didn't they?
I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago. Incredible. So this is post-cognition.
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte. Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined.
Ain't that person liking that.
Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Everyone needs a human touch.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all.
Some people can live alone, but everyone needs some form of intimacy.
This is quite the bizarre crime scene. But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO.
Like I'm talking too much. Let's just go ahead and investigate this crime scene.
Now, let's see what you're capable of.
Say less. Check the door. Oh, check around the entrance. Okay.
What does that mean?
When the body was discovered, this door was locked from the inside. There's no way into or out of the room. It's a locked room. We all know what she said.
That's...
The chairs are lined up neatly. Did someone rearrange the chairs after the incident?
Well,
Either the peacekeeper did or the staff. Either way, it's not something to worry about. Someplace else. Never know. Oh, okay, so we can turn around. Let's see what's next. Glass on the counter. There's a glass on the counter. It has a thin layer of dust, so it could have been there since the incident. The key was in the glass at the time the body was discovered. If he wants to investigate, we should use post-cognition. Alright, got it. Okay, so I gotta wait for that. Slot machine. There's a slot machine here. It's been untouched for a while, so it's covering dust. There are no traces that could be related to the crime.
well,
So we use her power. Oh, ZR. One door, I gotta hold it down.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
If it was thrown in from outside the vent,
You see that big body?
inside the glass.
So this is definitely another locked room mystery! Hooray! I'm so glad I met you!
I'm gonna release that for a second.
What a rich freak!
There we go.
The lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower. But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with. That's...
The chair is knocked over. This could be evidence as a struggle between the victim and the culprit. It's better than nothing. Okay, go back to that slot machine.
yeah.
Spotless. Well taken care of.
Yeah.
We not gonna trip about
this thing and it'll be good as new.
We not worrying about one, that's all. There we go.
That's...
Probably hasn't been used since. Cover it dust. Oh, y'all know we got to do this. Is this smoother? It's, as I can tell, it doesn't seem related to the case.
Yeah.
I got to get everything. That's a all nail.
I
Two.
see.
Yeah. Same as the others. There doesn't seem to be any no.
Time for an investigation.
I kind of like that. It told me that there was something up there.
That's...
But
We had to do all that.
a body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real. There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene, and it's so quiet.
It makes me wonder, was people strangled first?
Time for an investigation.
I knew it.
yeah.
I already know where to check, but ooh, had to get that rank up. Okay, check the body first.
It's a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old. His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
Oh, there are marks on him, signs that he was strangled.
Burn marks again.
The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
The most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
It was somebody some props.
That's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower. I'm such an awesome mentor.
This situation is identical to the murder at the clock tower.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But why?
So we found out the person was strangled to death first.
Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on.
See, that's suspicious.
Which means it could be easily removed, right?
What are you doing? You can't touch what you see in post-cognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Now I have to mess with him on his height though. Calm down with that.
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult could probably pass through.
Secret club vent. That's it. I mean, 'cause them nails is looking suspicious.
By the way, Yuma, did you notice the nail below the vent?
Yes, I did.
Below the vent? Huh, some of the nails are bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
Somebody was stepping on him.
Another reason? I think that's about it. I have to say, post-cognition is amazing. You can see the exact crime scene the moment the body was first discovered. Were you born with this power?
My forte is no ordinary superpower. It is a highly refined technique heightened through training.
So you weren't able to use it in the beginning?
I mean, I don't think nobody would want that type of power in the beginning. That might give you nightmares.
I could, but initially, it was just ordinary psychometry. Since I was young, I would often get sudden glimpses of the past, as if I was experiencing a flashback. After a while, touching people or objects resulted in visions flowing through my mind. I only learned it was a form of psychometry after growing older. In the WDO, simply having psychometry as a trainee grants you preferential treatment. But I was not satisfied. I believed I could use this ability more effectively as a detective. And through painstaking effort and training, I gained this ability in 3 days.
3 days?
So why do you gamble though?
As I told you earlier, this ability can only see when a corpse is first discovered. It can't be used from the culprit or victim's viewpoint. It is only when a third party first witnesses a crime scene. There are conditions for my post-cognition to activate. First, I must be standing at the crime scene. This condition is absolutely required. I must also know the victim's name and face. That's why prior research is crucial. Lastly, post-cognition is only effective in a 10-meter radius around the body. At this time, I can only see the crime scene and the victim. I can't see any living things that were at the scene.
So if someone was hiding in the room, you wouldn't be able to see them?
No. My ability isn't so good at detecting people.
Still, this is incredibly effective in investigating murder cases.
Yes, but that's a flaw right there. That is a really bad flaw. I hope she lived. I hope this person lives throughout this whole walkthrough I'm playing, throughout this whole game we playing. But that is a flaw. You can't see somebody in the room.
Feel free to summon me whenever you need my help. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You're not gonna change your mind on that, I guess.
And nobody got money for that.
That should do it. There isn't much else to investigate.
I wonder, do you get ranked if you mess up the investigation part?
I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my post-cognition. It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Ginma District. I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there.
I want to see someone see something. If I were running, and I just nudged. Ugh. That's how we gonna end today's show. Good, walking with a pinball though. Look at that.
The building we're heading to is accessed through Yuma District. Let's hurry there.
I'll see y'all next time. Live safe, be well, peace.